Hello, my name is Robert Jackson and we're back again for another episode of Vibing Out, coming to you from Perth, Western Australia, the most isolated city on the planet. Not a bad place to live, let's face it. And also the third windiest city in the world. How about that? Now today we are joined by Giovanni Mauro, formerly known as Faded Up G. Giovanni is a local barber down at the Scarborough Beach shopping centre called Luna Palace. That's a cinema, Luna Shopping Centre. And Giovanni is joining us here today. So let's give it up for Faded Up G.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks for having me today.
My pleasure. Now, to kick off the episode, we'd like you to tell us a little bit about yourself, the work you do, and what you got in, how you got into being a barber in the first place.
Sure. So I just pretty much a short story, really. So I went to a hair expo ages ago when I was about 16, and I just love what they were doing, really. I just love the barbering side of it, and I tried to get into it. And so I've been in Australia now for 5 years, had my business for 2, and I've been loving my location, that's for sure.
Yep. Yeah, it's a nice place down at Scarborough Beach. It's a favourite place of mine as well.
Scarborough's a good place to be, that's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, look, I can't wait to hear more about your business and how you got it all set up and stuff like that. What we're going to do, we're going to jump into the first part of the show here. Now, we're going to bring someone in called Micky Burns. Micky is going to join us. He's going to be a model today. He's going to model for Giovanni. And what I'll do is I'll give you guys some time to get ready to set up Micky to get him in the chair.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks, mate.
Now, while these guys are setting up, I'm going to give you some words from, no, not words, I'm going to give you some interesting facts about where the word barber came from and everything like that. Now, the word barber comes from the Latin word barba, B-A-R-B-A, meaning beard. In the early ages, beards signified wisdom, strength, and manhood. Right, now, also, another interesting fact. Barbering is one of the oldest professions in the world. There are tomb paintings from ancient Egypt that show a barber cutting hair, along with relics of razors nearly 6,000 years old.
That's exactly right.
How about that? Did you know these facts as well, Giovanni?
A few of them.
Few of them? It's educational as well, isn't it?
It is.
Just tell me whenever you're ready there, and I'll stop telling everybody about these interesting facts.
I think you're ready, Rob. I'm sorry.
How about one more?
Yeah.
Barbers competed with surgeons for their jobs until the 1800s, when science caught up and more complex surgeries needed expert knowledge of biology. I did not know that the barbers actually competed with surgeons. And there we go. Are you ready to go over here? Thanks for joining us, Micky. How are you feeling?
Pleasure. No, great.
Oh, good. Okay, Giovanni. Now, Giovanni will have 10 minutes to show us what he can do with the clippers. While he explains a little bit more about himself and his barbering career. So I'll hand it over to you, Giovanni, as you start working on Micky here, and just to give us a bit more of a rundown of how you got started.
Sounds good. Rob, thank you. I'll start this. I started barbering probably about a year after my apprenticeship. The apprenticeship went for 3 years, and it was a hairdressing apprenticeship. And after that, I decided to get into barbering just to try something different, and loved it ever since. I never really done any barbering course, so I'm all self-taught. And it's been going good ever since. There's always new techniques, new styles and all of that coming up, but I guess we keep up with all of that with YouTube these days, don't we?
Yeah, well, that's true. So you actually taught yourself?
Yes, correct. I taught myself. So
and that's because you had a passion for it in the first place?
I did. So during the hairdressing apprenticeship, they didn't really teach me how to cut men's hair. So I tried to do it myself. So I was getting models here and there, try a few different things, and I'm lucky enough that it all went well.
So as far as, there's obviously different names for the haircuts you give. Is there a certain style this one is called? What's this one all about?
Yeah,
here?
so that's called a wedge.
Okay.
And it's purely called a wedge because, see, the line that we're gonna have on the side, we're actually gonna keep it. So it's a bit of a wedge to the haircuts.
Right.
And then we are pretty much just fading the back. So you're not gonna see a full point, straight line towards the back.
Right.
But it's still, it's got some character to it, I would say.
So it doesn't go into a point, you were saying? Or?
No, it does not, because we're going to fade all the back there, so you won't really see the point. There's just the shape of the point.
Right, okay. Now, your barbershop is called Faded Up G?
The barbershop is called Faded Up G, yeah,
and
that's
how did
correct.
you come up with that name?
So Fed It Up G was when I was working for my old boss, and I decided to open up my own Instagram page just to show my work, really. So Fed It Up G, I decided to name it, and G because it's the initial of my first name, and Fade It Up because I specialize in fades, so I thought it was just the easiest name for me to come up with.
Right, okay. So now, Giovanni, you started a hairdressing apprenticeship.
That's correct.
And then you stopped because you weren't really enjoying it, is that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
And is that what kind of made you take off on your own and pursue barbering instead?
Yeah, so my apprenticeship I didn't enjoy purely because I think I wasn't treated very well by the boss. So us apprentices, we were all about, you know, cleaning the salon, making sure that everything was nice and clean. They didn't really care about our training.
Yep.
So I think that was the main reason why I wasn't really enjoying anymore. It was just like the usual cleaning day for me. So I got to my third year, end of the apprenticeship, and I was thinking, no, that's not really for me. But
Right.
I guess it was a bit too late to change industry, so I want to get into, still stay in the industry, but find something that I liked in it.
Right. So what's the most you enjoy about barbering? What's the best aspect of it?
Oh, to be honest, Rob, for how much I love cutting hair, I think it's the fact that people are happy. So just seeing the smile on people's faces when they walk out of the door, it just makes me happy. So I'm there yet to cut hair, but mainly just to see people happy and confident within themselves as soon as they do get a good quality service.
Right. And so who is your main clientele?
I have to say the main clientele is people that are fly in, fly out. So mostly they work up north.
Right.
And the other big part is personal trainers like Mick today. He's a personal trainer himself.
Yep.
So that's the two main clienteles I have. Yeah.
Okay. So people, so FIFO workers, they come in for a couple of weeks, so they want to quickly get
That's
themselves
correct. Yeah.
all cleaned up and then back to work for another 2 weeks.
That's
right.
it. I guess because they, you know, when they're up at work, they don't really, there's no one really looking after them. So when they come back, they want to do all they can to feel like they are looked after.
Yep.
And yeah, because they are back every second week, they come in every second week, which is good for the business, good for them because it makes them feel good.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's something good. Same thing with personal trainers, really. I really see that they do want to look good for the clients. So they come in quite often too. So yeah, and it's a good base clientele, I have to say, Rob.
Yep, fantastic. That's good to actually have repeat customers flying in, and what a great spot to be in as well. Scarborough Beach down there.
It really is.
It's where a lot of I think FIFO workers come and hang out once they're on their break anyway, don't they? So it works out really well. So how do you find more clientele? How do you? I know doing things like this is a good way to promote the business, but as far as finding more clientele for yourself?
I guess my main way of advertising is Instagram. I don't advertise anywhere else but social media. And I do have promotional videos, I do have paid ads that I run, but nowhere else really. I've tried a couple of different ways to advertise the business, but nothing really works, like letter drop advertising or other kind of stuff. But Instagram is where most of the people spend most of their time in.
Right.
So it's just an easy way to get to them. And it's really working, Rob. It's really working. I get new clients every single week, which I'm really happy about. And I know that for most of them, it's all about trying it once, and I know that they're definitely going to enjoy it, so they do come back at the end, yeah.
So do you find, I suppose the letter drop is the old school way of doing it, and do you find it's just a waste of time now? Because people are, like you say, online more often anyway.
Yeah, more of a waste of time is a waste of money.
It's a waste of money, yeah. Waste of paper.
Yeah, and that's because when I get mails in the letterbox, I don't really read them unless it's something specifically for me. And I guess most of the people are the same too. I have done letter drop with another company, so they were dropping the flyers for me. So I was paying them. And yeah, it didn't really do much. Yeah, it didn't really do much. So I just learned that I have to stick to social media, and it's been working ever since.
It's the best way to promote these days, isn't it?
It really is. It really is, Rob.
Everybody's got their face in their phones.
all
Now,
the time.
your shop is down on Scarborough Beach, like we've said, a favourite place of mine in Perth. How long have you been there?
So I've been in Scarborough Beach. The shop has been there for 2 years now. 2 years in September.
Yep. 2 years?
2 years in September, yeah, and
nice.
It's good. It's good. It's definitely good. I've been loving it. I've been loving Scarborough.
Yep. It's not a bad place to take a lunch break, is it?
No, especially in summer. It's amazing because
yeah, that's
shoot
right.
down for a swim if you want to. So it's it's a good spot.
Yep. Now, so you went through the apprenticeship that you did. So what made you decide to run your own business or open up your own business?
Rob, I guess it was the fact that my work ethic wasn't really matching with my boss's work ethic. Most of the barber shops, I guess in Perth, because they're walk-ins, it's all about getting in as many clients as they can per day. So they don't really focus on quality. They just go, take 10 to 15 minutes and that's it. Whereas my work ethic is a bit different. I really like to take my time. I want to make sure that what I do is perfect so the client doesn't leave the shop if I'm happy with what I'm doing. Yeah, so I wasn't really happy with it anymore, Rob. So I actually thought I need to start doing my own thing because I was going towards the thought that I wasn't going to enjoy anymore if I kept working for someone.
Yep.
And I have to be honest, I don't look back, Rob. I don't even
Fantastic.
think I can go back to working for someone because it's definitely good.
Working for yourself is definitely rewarding.
It really
so
is.
you have a website up, and I have had a chance to have a look at your website. It's very user-friendly. Was that easy for you to get that up and running, or is that taking some time?
It did take a few months, yeah. So I went through a course that taught me how to build a website. There would have been September, and it was very good. It was a very good course. It taught me a lot of things, but behind a website, there's a lot of work. A lot of work. So I think I've been on it for about 6 months until I fully launched it. It wasn't an easy process, but I'm actually happy that I did it myself because now I can actually say, yeah, that's me. I've done it all. It's probably not the perfect website, but it works for me. It works for clients because they can book in online as well from the website, and everyone's happy. So yeah, it was a long process, but we're finally there now.
And you have something different. I quickly saw on the website you have something different there in your shop as well. You provide for people, and they come in, and it's like a relaxed experience. Is that right? Not just a relaxed experience, but something they're going to remember.
That's exactly it. So the experience they get from the shop is, I call it the experience that they never had before, because it was what I was saying to you before. Most of the barbershops, you walk in and you're in and out in 5 minutes. Whereas with me, you come in, you're offered a nice whiskey tasting, and then there's all sorts of different services that you can choose from as well. I do skincare, so some people come in for an hour treatment where they get a facial. You know, there's all sorts of hot towels, face massages included and everything. So it's definitely a relaxing service anytime they come in with any service they choose, yes.
Well, Giovanni, thank you very much for running through that, your business, how you got started and everything like that. Now, what we're going to do now, thanks for providing us, we're going to, and thank you, Micky, for sitting there modelling for us. What we're going to do now, we're going to take a look at you in action at your shop. So we've got a video of you at your shop there, so the viewers can actually have a good look at what goes on there. So, over to that. Thank you.
My name is Giovanni. Most of the people know me by G, and I run a barbershop called Fed Up G. I chose barbering about a year after I finished my hairdressing apprenticeship, and that was purely because I realized that hairdressing wasn't making me as happy as I thought. It was also a bit too late to change industry, so I had to find something that I liked. And I thought barbering might have been that, so I decided to get into it, and yes, I loved it ever since. I was about 12 when I discovered my passion for barbering. And that was when I could start realizing and appreciating what my barber was doing to my head. He was really loving what he was doing. He was much into details. And I loved the work he was performing on all the clients as well. So I decided to get into it, and yes, I really enjoyed it. The experience with me is a bit different purely because I am a sole trader, and that means that there's no other barbers cutting where I work. It's only me. So when the client books in, they know that they're gonna get me only. And I feel like they feel more comfortable with that because they know that they're gonna get the same experience, the same haircut every time they come in. I believe the experience the customer receives starts from the booking system. Because I take bookings, it's good because they know that they don't have to wait in line when they come in. They know that they get their hair done as soon as they walk in. So that's part of the experience. They also get a bit of a whiskey tasting when they come in. There's usually 4 whiskeys that they can choose from. Whiskey is a big part of the experience that the client receives. I feel like going to the barber for a man, it's their manly time. So whiskey plus the manly time, it just goes well with it. I feel like for the client, it's a whole experience when they come in. I offer any kind of service ranging from hair care, beard care and skin care. The shop is located in Scarborough Beach in a little shopping centre called Luna Maxi Mart. I think Scarborough is a very good location to be in. It's changing a lot. There's a lot of new development going up, and that means that it's bringing down a lot of new families, a lot of young people as well. So it's a good area to be in purely because it's getting bigger and bigger, so it's good for businesses. Most of the clients usually choose to book in online through the Faded Up G website. And that's just easier for them because they can pick and choose the time they want and it's booked in straight away. A lot of other clients, they like to call me, have a chat, and while we have a chat, they just book in their appointment or they send me a text message as well. So really whatever's easier for them. I usually have 3 mottos that I promote with my business. The first one is, it's not just a haircut, it's an experience. The second is the experience that will change your life perspective. And the third one, the one that I like the most, is I'm not just cutting your hair, I'm making you feel good. The third motto, I'm not just cutting your hair, I'm making you feel good. It's been my favorite purely because a couple of years ago I was reading an article about men, and he was saying that 70% of men feel not confident within themselves, and that's because their haircut doesn't look good. Their hair doesn't look good, they don't like what they look like in the mirror. So it's really true that when you go to the barber, it's not just a haircut. You go to the barber to have a good chat, you go to the barber to have a good haircut, and the whole experience when you walk out makes you feel confident within yourself. So I really believe that my service is not just a service, I want to make you feel good when you walk out. If you think you're a potential client and you want to get the experience that will change your life perspective, head over to fadedupg.com, book your appointment online, and I'll make sure that I will give you my best.
And welcome back to the studio. Thank you for that, Giovanni. Like I said, I have had a chance to see your website, and that little video that we just saw then showed what you in action at your shop. Very classy little joint down there at Scarborough Beach at the Luna Shopping Centre. So thanks for providing that for us. Now we're going to be playing a game. We're going to go into a game show style. I'm going to call it Corona Cuts. What I have in front of me here is a whole lot of different photos of Corona Cuts. We call them Corona Cuts obviously because people at home have been cutting their own hair, trying to get by some way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the photos of some of the cuts that we have here. and it's something that you can score on and give us your best rundown of that car and maybe how you can fix it up or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, and people at home can also see the photos. I'm going to show you these photos here, and I'd like you to start with number 1 here. So number 1, of course, we got here, which will probably be up on the screen for you guys to see. Let's get started with that one. Giovanni,
Ooh.
over to you. What do you think?
Right, let's give it a score.
No words,
so
straight
bad.
into a score.
I've seen some dogs walking around town looking like this as well. Like,
Yeah, that's right.
but for a person and a human,
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
You ready for
Scores for the first photo for Corona Cuts.
I think I'd give it a 1.
Okay, Giovanni's given it a 1, and Micky has given it a 1 as well. Is there anything that can be done for that gentleman there?
You know, I don't actually know. I think I gave it a 1 just for the effort they put into it. But I think, you know, at this point, just shave it all off and start from 0 again.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
my best
okay,
advice,
right.
and
Fair enough.
try not to do ever again.
No, fair enough. Yeah, it's
Micky?
kind of like it's all frontal, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't even
There's
know.
something great going on at the
Yeah.
back here, but it's all frontal. So
Hey, maybe that's what they wanted. We'll never know, I guess.
you know, who are we to judge? Well, you can judge. Who are we to judge?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. Micky, what do you reckon?
I reckon he's tried doing that himself.
Yeah.
Surely no one is bad enough to do that.
With no good enough clippers, obviously. Yeah. I think
Straight
I'd.
into faded up G. He'll
Yeah.
get that sorted out. Eh? All right, now the second photo. Here it is. Look, I don't know how to describe that look. I'm sure that you can see that there on the camera, but I don't know how to describe that look myself. Giovanni, maybe you can help me out there.
Okay. Okay, yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, I think, well, I don't know if this is big enough. Let me just do a bit bigger.
All right, Giovanni, we have 8, and Micky has 6. Okay, all right. Well, is there any explanation needed, or is
Yeah,
that...
well, no, you know what? This is a haircut that people ask for, to be honest, Rob.
Right.
Like, people come in with a photo like this at the shop, at the barber shop, and I just do exactly the same.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the lines are pretty much perfect. So I would say if I was to do something similar,
Yep.
I wouldn't have done much better than this. If someone is asking for this, this is an A to me.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a name for that style?
The rat's tail, I
Rat's
guess.
tail. So rat's tail.
I don't know.
Might be really close to the skull.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Now, before we go into the third photo, I believe this here is Micky.
Ooh.
So so Micky, you can probably tell us a bit about this. Maybe I should hand the photo to you first. But then again, Giovanni, you've just fixed up the back of his hair anyway. So this is a photo of Micky.
That's you, mate.
So his Corona cut.
Hey, not that bad. I have to say that because my partner did it.
Do we have to
Right.
score it? We're scoring, aren't we?
Yeah, we
Okay,
might as well
let's
score.
Oh,
Let's
I'm
go
going
on.
to be
Fire
generous.
up.
So.
Yeah.
Let's see what we get. All right.
What do you reckon?
That was almost synchronised.
Yeah, there you go. See?
Both
We're
giving
both
it
giving
an
it
8.
an 8.
Okay. And of course, that has been now all sorted out.
It has, yeah. And that was actually, yeah, it wasn't too bad. To be honest, Rob, this is not a bad haircut.
Right.
There's a bit of insecurity in there, but for what Micky usually gets done, it probably could have been faded a bit more
Right.
in certain spots, but it's not the worst I've seen. So she's actually done an okay job, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So what was it like to fix that up? It wasn't a lot that had to be done, or there was.
Not at all, not at all. No, there wasn't. I don't even think it took me
Are
that
you
long.
being polite?
Well, you know, it's Micky, so, and he's here, so I have to. No, it was good. It was, you know, I just had to fade it in whatever I needed to, and it was pretty much done. I think you guys followed a YouTube
Yeah, we were
tutorial or
watching
something?
YouTube. Yeah, we were.
Okay.
And she just kind of freaked out towards the end and was like, "I can't do this. I'm not doing it." So
Yeah.
I text Gio, and I think you were expecting a lot worse when you came around, weren't you?
I really was,
wasn't
and this
as
wasn't
bad
too
as you
bad.
thought.
No, not at all. I was actually complimenting her, to be honest.
Yep.
So yeah, no, this wasn't as bad as it looks. Definitely not.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Well, here's another photo here. Look, no words at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's hideous.
This is a bit sad.
Yeah.
It's, Is there any style you can call that? Does it have a name?
No, I don't think I would even name it. I wouldn't waste my words in
No.
Okay, no, this is definitely no more than a 1 to me, again.
All right, back on the 1. Okay.
Yeah,
fair enough.
it's, again, just for the effort, you know, someone did it, and I'm glad that they've tried, but
Yep.
yeah, just shave it off and start from 0, mate.
You've
And
got
that's what
to
I'm
have reward for effort, I suppose, so that makes perfect
yeah,
sense.
that's exactly it. So I'm
That's where the
really
one
trying
comes
to be
from.
nice today.
All right. So so we had a lot of fun with it. We've got plenty of these photos. As you could imagine, there would have been a lot of photos, a lot of people trying out haircuts during quarantine. So
I believe
thank
they
you
did.
for scoring and commenting on a few of those photos there. Now, thanks for both Giovanni and Micky for coming to the show. We've learnt some information about Giovanni's shop, Faded Up G, along with having some fun with obviously these quarantine photos here. Now, to end the episode, we are going to go into a live performance of Club Sentimental. Now, Club Sentimental is a 5-piece local Perth band who will be playing a song which is called Feels Like Home. So it's a 5-piece band from Perth, and they'll be performing here live for us. Club Sentimental. Once again, thank you very much, Micky. Thank you very much, Giovanni, for joining us here on the show. Over to Club Sentimental. Thank you.
Nothing is holding me back from smiling and telling you that hoping that you could never go and leave me alone. And I know when I'm feeling down, I always have a place to go when you're around. I always know there's no one else who makes me feel like home. I don't have to try to, 'cause I know that you're gonna be my safe right there. But at times I can't help but feel like